Namaste children, today we are going to discuss Newton's second law of motion. In this Newton's second law of motion, we are going to describe the force formula. So here, if a body is going with some velocity u, will have some momentum. If any force is applying on this body, then the momentum of the body will be changes. The changing of the momentum or changing the momentum of the body will be depends upon the force. Means greater the force you are applying on this body, greater the change in momentum will becomes. So from this we can give the statement as the rate of change of momentum of the body is directly proportional to the applied force on the body. What is the definition here? The rate of change of momentum of any body will be proportional to the applied force on it. That is nothing but Newton's second law of motion. So here I am writing F proportional to the change in momentum by time taken. F is equals to, removing the proportional constant I am taking dp by dt. This k will be equal in SI units. Now we are going to get F is equals to change in momentum by time taken. This is nothing but Newton's second law of motion. Let's have this Newton's second law of motion formula with the help of a mathematical equation or mathematical derivation we will discuss. If any body having the initial velocity u and mass m, then initial momentum will be Pi is equals to mass into velocity. If some external forces are applying on this body, after some time t, it will gain some final velocity with mass m. The final momentum is equals to Pf. What is the change in momentum here? Change in momentum is final momentum minus initial momentum, which is equals to mv minus mv, which is equals to m into v minus v. This is nothing but final momentum. This change in momentum is occurring in some time. So here rate of change of momentum is equals to rate of change in momentum is equals to delta p by delta t. The rate of change of momentum is nothing but the applied force on the body, which is F is equals to delta p by delta t. F is equals to delta p can be written as mv minus mu by t. F is equals to here mu taken outside v minus u by t. F is equals to mass into this v minus u by t is nothing but acceleration. So from this, the applied force is equals to mass into acceleration. This is the Newton's second law of motion. As per the Newton's second law of motion, we describe the formula for the force. F is equals to mu. So now it's time for units. How to write the units for the force? So we got the formula is equals to F is equals to mu, mass into acceleration. The units of the force is equals to units of the mass into units of the acceleration. What is the unit of the mass? That is nothing but kg. What is the unit of the acceleration? Meter per second square. This is the SI system of the force units. Now if we go for the CJ system, we can write as gram centimeter per second square. This kg meter per second square can be written as also Newton, 1 Newton. And gram centimeter per second square is also written as 9. So these are the units of the force. Now we are going to see what is meant by 1 Newton, what is meant by 1 dyne. One Newton means if any body is having a mass of 1 kg, right? Then by applying some force, the body is showing the acceleration of 1 meter per second square. Then the force applied on this body is said to be 1 Newton. What is meant by 1 Newton? The force which is applying on the 1 kg body showing 1 meter per second square acceleration, then it is said to be 1 Newton. What is meant by 1 dyne? 1 dyne is equals to, if mass of 1 gram body showing the acceleration of 1 centimeter per second square, by applying some force, the force is said to be 1 dyne. Force is said to be 1 dyne. F is equals to 1 dyne. Here there is a relation between the newtons and as well as the dynes. Relation between the force and newtons and the dynes. Relation between Newton and dyne. So here 1 Newton is equals to 1 kg meter per second square. 1 kg can be written as 10 to the power of 3 grams, whereas 1 meter can be written as 10 to the power of 2 centimeter second square. So here 10 to the power of 3 into 10 to the power of 2 gram centimeter per second square. 10 to the power of 5 gram centimeter per second square can be written as dyne. Means 1 Newton is equals to 10 to the power of 5 dynes. Whereas 1 dyne is equals to 10 to the power of minus 5 newtons. Reverse of this. Applications of Newton's second law of motion. We know the formula of F is equals to change in momentum by time taken. Means F is inversely proportional to the time. If more time is there, then less amount of force will be applied. Means the time taken to change in momentum is more, then the force will be applied on the body will be decreases. The time taken to change in momentum is very small, very short. What will happen? The applied force on the body will be increases. Let's see with the help of catching a ball situation. If you are catching a ball, the ball is coming with a higher speed, means it is having a more momentum. If you are suddenly changing the momentum in less time, what will happen? Large force will be applied on your hand. But the fielders will pull the ball along with their hands and ball will go. Here what is happening? The momentum is decreasing by increasing the time. So here what is happening? The time is increasing here. Then there is a change in the momentum with the higher time. If the time is increasing, the applied force on your hands will be decreases. Like that. If you go for one more case, seat belt. If you are wearing the seat belt, it will increases the time of change in momentum. If the change in momentum time is increases, the applied force on your head will be decreases. For example, one more example I am giving here. This is stone, this is sponge. If you drop a egg here, in which case the egg will be broken. In the second case, the egg will go deeper, whereas in this case the egg will not grow. Why it is happening? Because it is coming with some momentum. It is also coming with the same momentum, but here it is changing its momentum in less time. So large force will be applied on this surface. The egg will be break. Whereas here, this is falling on the sponge. The momentum is decreasing with increasing the time. If there is an increasing of the time, then the applied force by this egg on the sponge will be decreases. Then no breakage of the egg. Like this, momentum and as well as the force concept utilized in many cases.